Okay, hey, what's up again, everybody? It's your girl Linda J. I'm back again, and actually, I was ready to go to bed. I done studied, I got a couple of chapters in, which is a lot for philosophy, for the way I approach philosophy, because it takes some reading, and you gotta define a lot of terms, and it seems to be a lot of brand new ones. So it takes a long time for me to get a good grasp of what I was talking about. Anyway, that's not what I'm here to discuss necessarily at all. It's concerning my banner. I want to call it my new panther in the background of my on my channel. I my family on either side, maternal or paternal, near one of us really get into the feline. Okay, we just don't do feline at all. I personally have a little fear of those. I do. I have a fear of them, and I ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? You go ahead on with that cat, whatever type it is. And yet there it is. So I received a couple of calls like, man, you talking about you changed? You sure did change. What's up with that cat? And it was in that tone. And so I thought I would share the story here because it too pertains to um, those conversation conversations that I've had before in the other videos. So here goes. I chose that Black Panther exclusively as my banner picture. I'm gonna have to find the proper term. Excuse me if I'm wrong, everybody in YouTube land, because I really never researched that. My daughter helped me do it, and there it is. It was perfect. It's suitable in this way. After, and this is okay, after I was completely weaned from the opioid. I can never get that word. What should I just say? Pain pills? Now I can say that without problem. After I completely finished weaning myself from the pain pills, uh, yeah, what I did was I had one last tablet. I made the decision before I actually went through with it. I made it up in my mind that I'm good and this is how I'm gonna do it. Everybody know the wean process, and if you don't, I encourage you to look it up. And this is basically what it is. You lessen the amount. You know how much you take in a day. Every addict does, or every individual who used to be an addict. I'm not one of those individuals who had addiction or plural and has chosen to label yourself as an addict for the rest of your life. I don't discourage it because it's whatever works for you. But like I said before, I'm a whole complete woman. And that addiction for me was just a small fraction of who I was. And it wasn't even who I was. Forgive me. It was a small fraction of something that I've done. It was an experience. A negative experience is all it was. Never did it once define me uh, as an individual. So moving forward, after I completely weaned, there were said to get down to the last one. I broke it in half. So I'm already at this stage. I take that half. By the way, at this point, there was no more. I was regular oral, uh, orally, and so yeah, the last one, and then I know the next day there's that other half, and that's it. So I broke that half in half. Now this is still a wean, but it was also psychological for me. It was there. I can see it. I started out with a desire, okay, to stop. And then I prayed about it. I sure did. I prayed about it. And I believed. I did. I don't know. I mean, I believed. Simple as that. And so I broke part two of the second half, down as well. So when I finally got to the last cup crumb, literally, to the last crumb of that pain pill. Okay. Uh, I did it, and it was one. I cried. I called my older brother and my older sister, of which I have four older than me. I'm four of another story. Okay, so yeah. Uh, so I was done, and it felt good because it was a victory of mine. It was a courageous act, and it was a sign of strength. And at the time, I didn't know it, but it was helping build more character in me and establish more strength so that I can continue on to the next step, which is where I need to go next. That next step consisted of me experiencing a series of nightmares. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Now, I'm not going to say, for me personally, I've seen a lot of other bloggers give their testimony. I've heard of some other stories, and a lot of them ring true. Some have experiences longer than others. Doesn't matter. I don't even remember how long mine was. The point is that I had these bad dreams, and what I learned was they came in the form of my greatest fears. I promise you, I'm not get ready to sit up here, you know, and say to whomever may choose to watch this, uh, let you all know what my greatest fears are. I believe that would be dumb. You're less than intelligent. So anyway, yeah. So one particular dream, and that, and I'm gonna tie it into my banner. I've always been afraid of dogs. You always got to get a little backstory first. Dogs. I love animals. I grew up with a dog all my life, all the way until I got grown. I got my own keys. But anyway, yeah. So there were dogs, and I love dogs. I'm a fan of the canine, seriously. And so anyhow, yeah. Y'all know how you see the police. You're moving on in life, doing what you need to do, and you see police officers. One's facing north, one's facing south, right? And they're able to talk face to face like that, maybe somewhere over in the cut. You always peep that. I don't try to miss too much around me, and no time ever, no matter where I am. And so, yeah, I was talking to somebody in that position, right? And then you know how you catch something that's going on behind you? Like I'm looking at this individual, right? To my left. I'm over here, there, here. And in my dream state, okay, I knew that there was a dog in the back seat. Because the thought came to me, I sure hope this dog don't just like get out the window. I'm sure I'm not the only person that that would find themselves in a company of somebody who was a little bit too lax with their animal, namely a big dog. Okay, so yeah, I'm sure I'm amongst the many when I say that. So at any rate, yeah, I'm looking at this dog, right, and I focused on it, and it was as if the moment I zeroed in on that dog in the back, or what I perceived as a dog, it kind of slithered like a serpent out of the back seat, right? We're talking, but I'm noticing it. And it ended up outside of the vehicle, down on the ground. Now I'm seeing this, and it was right in my face. You know what I'm saying? Just, oh my goodness, those yellow eyes like that. It was that panther. All black, sleek black. I think that picture might have some hints of gray in it, but whatever the case, yeah, it was that thing. And I woke up out my sleep. Sweating? Yes, yes, I was perspiring. I actually had to get up and freshen up before I can go back to sleep. And it helped. But at any rate, yes, the dream was frightening. And I didn't forget it. I thought about it obviously, because it's been some years now. It's been some years. However, I'll never forget that. So, to my family members, again, and to those who could benefit from it, that panther represented a fear. Now, in reality, that I was overcoming. Yeah, I think that's what I want to say. I was overcoming that fear by being courageous enough to leap. As that some may, you could argue that that would be an act of faith. I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't think about it like that. I promise you, I wouldn't. It's coming to me now. But yeah, so that symbol now, that canine, uh, yeah, the canine is a representation now of courage and no longer of fear. Now, make no mistake, and let me tell you, there will be none in my close presence, because I just no. You can go ahead on with that cat. I walk around. I'm more, what's that, a pet? It doesn't bite, does it? I'll negotiate, my escape. But with that thing, yeah, I'm going out of the way. Something about the way they were, the nature of that beast. I've done a little research, and yeah, you can't reason with one of those things. You cannot be a hopping, furry creature in my space, thinking for yourself, and yeah, baby, no. The animal is supposed to be subservient at all times, but I won't go there. So yeah. So yeah, a little bit more about that courage. My Aunt Grace, she taught me about courage, and it was a lesson that I will not ever forget. She taught me a lot of things. However, this one in particular fits right here, because she said, Linda, yeah, Linda, I already said my real name, sorry about that. Okay, so yeah, she said, Linda, courage is not always exercise, and I'm paraphrasing what she said, in the state of, being able to stand up to oppression or opposition, may be the same thing. Chin up, saying it with your chest, not being a coward. But no. Courage is also the ability to restrain, the ability to just not. And she shared a pot. Now, this is definitely not, since I've already said who she is. I could have used it in just an anonymous story time, but no, I got to give her roses. She's already gone to glory herself just a couple of years ago. She's left this side of life because she's still with me. So yeah, she she taught me that, and it hit me. I believe I might have been, what, 39, 40? Like, I got that lesson at that point in my life. And it fit right there. Courage is also having the ability, the strength, piggybacking off of what I've already said about willpower, to just leap. So, tying it into this whole topic I seem to be on right now, and that's about that addiction to the pain pills, opioids, okay? You can definitely do. I see that I said something I didn't want to say. Too much, you can do it. That sounds so. No, baby, I want to keep it all the way true with you. Like, yo, it really wasn't easy, but it is easy in the sense. Oh, my computer, I be carpal tunnel. You have no idea how much typing I do and writing. So these things really do work. I don't know, wrist protectors. And I'm just demonstrative. So anyway, yeah, courage is the ability to also walk away. Her story that she gave me, it was, I don't know if I'm woman enough to do what she told me she did. And I appreciate and love her, and I'm going to give her some more roses right here and say that I only hope that I, too, will be able to establish the courage that she did to be able to withstand some of those things and remain a woman and intact. So I'm gonna let y'all go. I just wanted to share that. I thought that was a good thing. And I'll stay up. Love you.